What if Ahsoka Tano became Darth Maul's apprentice? What if Ahsoka Tano joined Darth Maul? What if they joined the same team? And so, for this scenario, let's say that she still doesn't believe him when he tells her that Anakin is going to turn to the dark side, that Anakin Skywalker is basically going to become Darth Sidious's apprentice. Let's say that Ahsoka Tano still has a duel with Darth Maul, and let's say that everything happens the same way, and Darth Maul is on the Star Destroyer, and he's been captured, and meanwhile Order 66 breaks out, and Ahsoka Tano decides to release Darth Maul to get some more information. And so when Darth Maul says, "You have done the wise thing coming to me, only together can we survive this," and Ahsoka Tano, instead of just sending Darth Maul to be a distraction and draw the clones away, she decides to just join Darth Maul because, what the heck. And so I think Ahsoka Tano would still want to save Captain Rex and all the clones, but in her moment of desperation, she's now reached out to Darth Maul, and they've teamed up. So I think Darth Maul would just encourage her to kill all the clones, and Ahsoka Tano, seeing no other way to get out of it, decides to listen to him. And meanwhile, Darth Maul is just a one-man army and just doing the hallway scene and chopping out clones with walls and just blowing up the hyperdrive. And I think Darth Maul would cause enough chaos, and Ahsoka Tano would not want to get her hands dirty, but she probably have to. And so Darth Maul and Ahsoka Tano would escape the Star Destroyer, and all the clones would basically be screwed, and they would all die. And so Captain Rex, that's the end of him. He dies too. Now from here, Darth Maul and Ahsoka Tano would go to Crimson Dawn, and Darth Maul would make sure that his criminal organization is running properly. And then from here, I think Darth Maul and Ahsoka Tano would stay in hiding for a while, but Darth Maul would, of course, want to investigate more on Darth Vader, and Darth Maul would show Ahsoka Tano Darth Vader and show her how terrible he is, and just basically prove his point, rub it in that Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker. Anakin Skywalker turned to the dark side. See, I was right. You should have joined me sooner. Basically, that kind of thing. And so everything else in the galaxy, the Empire, and Jedi getting extinct, that would all play out the same way. Except, of course, in this timeline, we would have Darth Maul and Ahsoka Tano both organizing their criminal stuff. And so, I believe that Ahsoka Tano would want to seek out Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Darth Maul would also want to seek out Obi-Wan Kenobi to see if he's possibly survived. And I think that in this case, Ahsoka would be a lot darker, and maybe she would resent Obi-Wan Kenobi for not being able to save Anakin, and she would resent Obi-Wan Kenobi for his complicity with the Jedi Council and Jedi Order and all that. And so I think Darth Maul would weaponize that resentment, and eventually Darth Maul and Ahsoka Tano would piece together that Obi-Wan Kenobi is on Tatooine. Let's say that about a year or two into the Empire, Darth Maul and Ahsoka Tano find Obi-Wan Kenobi on Tatooine. And of course, let's say that Darth Maul and Ahsoka Tano are killing all the Hutts. They killed all the Hutts on Nal Hutta, and they killed Jabba the Hutt on Tatooine, and Ahsoka personally killed Vada the Hutt. That would be a little dark, but yeah, let's just say that happened. And so they basically took over all the Hutt's resources and money, and whatever belonged to the Hutts now belongs to Crimson Dawn. But then Darth Maul and Ahsoka Tano realize Obi-Wan Kenobi's on Tatooine, and they go and they confront him, and Obi-Wan Kenobi is shocked to see them, and he's caught off guard, and he has no way to defend himself. And so Obi-Wan Kenobi, being a broken and just, he's even buried his lightsabers in the sand, so he has no way of fighting them. And so Obi-Wan Kenobi just gets really weak, and he just starts crying and bawling in front of them. And so Ahsoka Tano and Darth Maul just kill Obi-Wan Kenobi. They chop him to a bunch of pieces, and they kill him. And meanwhile, Darth Maul and Ahsoka Tano discover Luke Skywalker, and they realize that Luke is on Tatooine, and so they will probably kill Beru and Owen Lars, and Ahsoka Tano and Darth Maul would take Luke Skywalker. And meanwhile, Ahsoka Tano, who has received a lot of training by Darth Maul at this point, would be incredibly strong and gifted with the dark side, and Luke Skywalker, receiving training from Ahsoka Tano and Darth Maul, would be incredibly gifted and strong with the dark side, and he'll be amazing. Now, so we have these three dark side users. I think they would buy their time and basically use their time. Now, in this case, I believe that Kanan Jarrus and Ezra Bridger would have been probably killed a lot sooner. Let's say that they go to Malachor, and let's say that they barely managed to handle the Inquisitors, and then Darth Vader shows up and he kills Kanan Jarrus and Ezra Bridger. And I think the Inquisitors at this point, being of no more use to the Sith, I think the Sith would probably terminate the Inquisitors, get rid of them. Now, a few more years would pass, and I think at this point they would just, Darth Maul and Ahsoka Tano would wait it out, and and of course, way before any of the Kanan and Ezra stuff happened, I think that Ahsoka Tano would have probably taken care of Kira and Han Solo and the rest of them, because I think Ahsoka Tano would maybe use a little bit more peripheral vision and realize that Kira could be a problem and get rid of her. So yes, Darth Maul and Ahsoka Tano Ahsoka Tano and Luke Skywalker would basically be getting ready for the opportunity. And so right when the Death Star plans are stolen on Scarif, and right when Princess Leia is captured by Darth Vader, I think Darth Maul, Ahsoka Tano, and Luke Skywalker would make their move. They would probably get on board the Death Star, and we would have a very similar situation, except they wouldn't be rescuing Leia. They will be hijacking the Death Star. So Darth Maul, Ahsoka Tano, and Luke Skywalker would fight Darth Vader, and Darth Vader, even though he's very powerful, he probably would not be able to hold his own against a fully trained Luke Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano, and Darth Maul. And so Ahsoka Tano, Luke Skywalker, and Darth Maul kill Darth Vader, chop him into a bunch of pieces, and they kill Tarkin, and then they take over the Death Star. Now, I think that in this case, Darth Maul, even though, of course, with Ahsoka Tano and Luke Skywalker, and they would stand a good chance against Darth Sidious in a duel, he probably just wouldn't want to risk it, and Darth Maul probably just had the Death Star blow up Coruscant. But of course, Coruscant has a lot of criminal underworld activity, so maybe they wouldn't go that way. Maybe they would duel Darth Sidious, and maybe Darth Sidious would kill Ahsoka Tano and Luke Skywalker. But Darth Maul would be able to escape long enough to be able to land the killing blow to Darth Sidious. And so basically at this point, Darth Maul would just take over the galaxy, and he would rule the Empire. And that is what I think would happen, because I think if Ahsoka Tano and Darth Maul join forces, I really do think that they would probably think about Obi-Wan Kenobi first, and they would track him down, and they would probably find Luke Skywalker and manage to train him, as complicated as that might be. I think that's what would happen, because they both have a mutual connection in Obi-Wan Kenobi, so, as Darth Maul put it, several mutual friends. So, yep, it makes a lot of sense. Now, of course, Ahsoka Tano would never join Darth Maul because they have very different intentions. Even if they have a common goal, even if they have a common enemy in Darth Sidious, does not mean that they have a common goal. So just because they have the common goal does not mean that they have, just because they have the common enemy does not mean that they have the common goal. So realistically, she would never join him, but if she did, I think that's what would happen. How would it happen?